Chapter 15. Stop hoping for your woman to get easier. A woman often seems to test her man's capacity to remain unperturbed in his truth and purpose. She tests him to feel his freedom and depth of love, to know that he is trustable. Her test may come in the form of complaining, challenging him, changing her mind, doubting him, distracting him, or even undermining his purpose in a subtle or not so subtle way. A man should never think his woman's testing is going to end and his life will get easier. Rather, he should appreciate that she does these things to feel his strength, integrity, and openness. Her desire is for his deepest truth and love. As he grows, so will her testing. Every moment of your life is either a test or a celebration. The same is true about every moment with your woman, only doubly so. Not only is her simple existence a test for you, but one of her deepest pleasures in intimacy is testing you, and then feeling you are not moved off course by her challenge. The most erotic moment for a woman is feeling that you are Shiva, the divine masculine, imperturbable, totally loving, fully present, and all-pervading. She cannot move you because you already are what you are, with or without her. She cannot scare you away because you already penetrate her in fearless love, pervading her heart and body. She cannot distract you because your one-pointed commitment to truth will not bend to her wiles. Feeling this hugeness of love and freedom in you, she can trust you utterly and surrender her testing in celebration of love, until she wants to feel you as Shiva again, and then the testing will begin anew. In fact, it is precisely when you are the most Shiva-like that she will most test you. Perhaps you've been working towards some financial goal, and finally you have succeeded. After months or years of effort, you have creatively earned a large amount of money. You feel happy, full, successful. You feel great. You come home to your woman and want to share the news with her. I just made $1,000,000 today. That's nice. That's nice. You know how hard I've been working for this? I know. It feels like I haven't seen you in months. Did you remember to pick up the milk on the way home? Oh, sorry. I forgot. But who cares? We could buy a dairy farm now. I asked you to pick up the milk 3 times this morning, and I put a note on your briefcase. How could you forget, I said. I'm sorry. Look, I'll go get the damn milk. Why is she being this way? Because she simply wants to deflate your success? No. She is challenging you because your success doesn't mean shit to her, unless you are free and loving. And if you are free and loving, nothing she says can collapse you. She wants to feel you are uncollapsible, so she pokes you in your weak spot. Of course she knows how much this moment of success means to you. This is precisely why she is negating it. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because she wants to feel Shiva. She wants to feel your strength. She wants to feel that your happiness is not dependent on her response, nor on you making $1,000,000. She wants to feel you are a superior man. It's a tall order to be this free, and in your more mediocre moments, you will wish your woman would settle for less. But if you are a man who is living his fullest, willing to play his edge and grow through difficulties, then you will want her to test you. You may not like it, but you don't want her to settle for some bozo that depends on his woman's response to be happy. If you are aligned with your mission, you are essentially happy, even though times cycle between difficult and easy. You don't need your woman's strokes to fulfill your mission. It still feels good when she strokes you, but you don't need mommy anymore telling you what a good boy you are. And your woman doesn't want you to need mommy. In fact, it sickens her. If your woman is weak, she may settle for a weak man, and therefore play into your need to feel like a good boy. But if she is a good woman, a strong woman, she won't tolerate your childish needs for a pat on the head, collecting bigger toys, and being king of the mountain. A good woman will love the childlike part of you, but she wants your life to be guided by your deepest truths, not your untended childhood wounds. She wants to feel that at your core, you have grown beyond the need for kudos and $1 million toys. She wants to feel your self generated strength of trust. So she will test you. She might not be fully conscious of why she is doing it, but she will poke your weak spots, especially in moments of your superficial success in order to feel your strength. If you collapse, you've flunked her test. You have let your woman deflate you. You have demonstrated your dependence on her for external validation. Even if you just made $1 million, you are a weak man. Your woman cannot trust you fully. If you remain full and strong, humorous and happy, your truth unperturbed by her testing, then you pass the test. Honey, I'll get you some milk, all right? You say as you sweep her off the ground and lay her on the couch, laughing, kissing, looking deeply into her eyes, and milking her happiness with the confident loving of your caress. She can relax and trust your Shiva core. She can surrender the tensions around her heart. You are trustable. You don't need her validation in order for you to be loving. You simply are loving. The truth of you is love. Your fullness is independent of mommy. You are not only a man, you are a superior man who does his best to live as love in the world and in his intimacy. A man whose heart remains open and whose truth remains strong even when his woman criticizes him. A man who can find the humor in forgetting to pick up the milk on the day he made $1 million. This is the kind of man your woman can trust. Now, the moment is a moment of celebration. Now she can relax and truly join in your jubilation, knowing you are not dependent on her praise for your happiness. It will last, perhaps, 10 minutes, and then she will test you again. It never ends. A woman will always test her man for the pleasure of feeling his strength in loving, his capacity to transcend nuisance, his persistence in his own truth, and his capacity to share that truth and love with her, even when she is complaining, especially when she is complaining. Her complaint is the beginning of her pleasure. It is not true criticism, but a test of your Shiva-hood. The criticism is entirely dissolved in love as soon as she feels your humor and happiness in the midst of the poke. It never ends. This is the secret. You can't get out of it. Finding a different woman won't get you out of it. Therapy won't get you out of it. Financial or sexual mastery won't get you out of it. Your woman is testing you because she loves you. She wants to feel your trust. She wants to feel your love. And she wants to feel that your truth and love are stronger than the barbs she can throw at you. Then she can relax and surrender into the polarity of man and woman. Then she can trust you. The most loving women are the women who will test you the most. She wants you to be your fullest, most magnificent self. She won't settle for anything less. She knows it is true of you. She knows in your deepest heart you are free. You are Shiva. Anything less than that she will torment. And, as you know, she's quite good at it. Yet, if your purpose is to be free, you wouldn't have it any other way.